Oh, hey, dude. Yeah, no, I'm just getting ready to watch the new episode of Power Slap League Road to the Title. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, some of these guys can really wind up and slap someone. We've seen some amazing knockouts so far and some really cool people on the show. Yeah, huge personalities. Yeah, all very likable. Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, and the ranking system? Spot on. Definitely the best slappers in the world. Yeah, they've all earned it. It's just really unpredictable and also exciting, obviously. Personally, I just can't wait to see what happens next. All right, you enjoy. See ya. Oh, sorry. I was definitely just not talking to any human being that exists.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to see something that you have never seen before. The Ultimate Fighting Challenge. This ring is something else.
In a battle where anything can happen, and probably will.
Welcome back, and say it with me. We are almost done with Power Slap League.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, follow me if you're brave enough as we attempt to run through the last few episodes of the most shameful reality show to hit our screens in 2023.
Turn it up now.
Or second most shameful.
This contest has been judged a majority draw.
Works for me.
Slapping first in the sport is a big deal, and it's a massive advantage.
Okay, how on this flat earth are they able to say that sentence as often as they do without laughing?
Red.
I'll take that first.
I got worried for a second thinking that he elected to receive, but of course, if anyone knows why you don't do that, it's Emmanuel.
I got some diapers for you, big dog. Yeah.
Ooh, some very high-level trash talk.
The guy has been nothing but trouble in the house.
You know, I find it a little hard to believe that you've got to keep him in there. Are there not enough other guys who want to step in and have their think box battered?
Azael was at it again, so he was quickly pulled out and sent away where he could sober up.
No, don't get the guy any real help. Just put him in a hotel for 10 or 12 hours and then send him back to continue terrorizing the house. Because, say it with me,
none of this matters.
but it's sadly just one aspect of this series that falls into that category. Do you have no chance of getting approved by the commission? Why not compete in an exhibition anyway?
None of this matters.
Lose your slap fight by DQ? Why don't you just head on into the house?
None of this matters.
Get physical with a housemate? Wow, that just makes for great TV.
None of this matters.
Nowhere near your class's weight limit? Just step off that scale and get ready to slap.
None of this matters.
And the list goes on.
You know, you step on the wrong foot and sometimes it steps back.
That line was pretty good. But the prank they pulled on old Azael, oh, they got him so bad.
We invited Anthony Green to move into the house.
For those keeping track at home, yes, this is the guy who just quit in the middle of his match.
None of this matters.
He needs to get up off this bed.
You can sleep here with me, dog, if you want, but I'm not gonna go get that bed.
Well, that's awkward. Their incredibly hilarious prank seems to have backfired. Now, no one knows whose bed is whose.
Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude? Cause you're a little bitch, bro. What you're gonna do, force me to get off of this? I mean, if I have to.
Credit to Static here, he's got his friends back and isn't backing down. And no credit to Azael, who thinks he can just piss on all the beds and claim them as his own. You're not a dog, you're a slap fighter. Now act like it, sir.
I don't give a if that's your guy's bed, dog. I was sleeping on it. Because you're a disrespectful little.
You know, I don't think AJ's fooling around here, Azael, and this kind of seems pretty simple. Just go get the bed that we all know is yours. Can you do that?
Just say yes and we'll move on.
Wow, to be honest, I didn't think he'd go for it.
My record comes from fighting in the streets. I have no losses.
Well, you're sure taking a big L on this show.
Clubbing, foul.
Gotta aim that better.
I ask you, where would these guys be without Darius?
One.
Okay, what is Forrest so giddy about? Is he thinking back to better days, like fighting in historic fights, winning titles, paintballing with Rochelle?
Your time's going.
Perhaps a new slogan for the entire sport.
Winner by unanimous decision. The blue corner.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Kreese didn't get a chance to show us what he had after his opponent had to back out of their fight. However, we got him in as an alternate.
Always wanted to get my chin tested.
Did you see that jerk? He dropped his notes.
Nikolai's, if he can get some motion into his swinging, I think he'll do real good.
Not to be outdone by the Destroyer, check out Wolverine over here. When the slapping career ends, there's a spot in the analyst booth for you, buddy. If only one existed. You look at that tail of the tape and tell me this isn't going to be a one-sided pounding and Nikolai swinging the hammer.
Foul!
The illegal hits keep on coming.
Legal!
If you say so.
Nothing!
Oh my God.
Should be disqualified.
One more foul and he will be disqualified.
Looks like somehow Dana missed the rules of the sport that he himself founded.
Foul!
Yes, sir.
You know, I've just got one question. How hard is it to slap someone? Like really? They practice this during the day. They even measure off the distance, and almost every time, without fail, they screw it up. Is it that difficult?
Winner by disqualification, Reese!
Beat number 3. That's crazy.
What's crazy is a sport existing where the third-ranked guy couldn't pass a roadside sobriety test while completely sober.
249!
You don't belong here, baby. This is my house, baby. This is my house.
You're 0-1.
I'm 1-0, bitch.
Simple math seems to already be causing him confusion. F's in the chat.
Ryan's never had a fight. He could count on his hands how many times he's got hit.
You're aware this man is from the streets, no?
This is what I do. This is how I pay bills.
I don't believe you.
I had to show off a little bit, so I gave it a lot of power, and I pulled my muscle in my right arm.
Yeah, Doc, it hurts right here under my koi fish. His name's Henry. Can you help Henry, please? And do you have any of those lollipops? I've been really good.
That's why you have that flattening of that area and probably don't have the same strength.
In my medical opinion, you probably shouldn't have gone straight from a steady diet of Dr. Pepper and Taco Bell into strenuous physical activity.
My left is probably better than my right, to be honest with you, because of my back problems.
So you were what, using the right and keeping the left hand as like your secret weapon?
What you might call the kaboomer.
And if those back problems persist, might I suggest...
The man's here.
How's it feel?
Amazing, bro.
If you decide to switch to it, just do it in the match. Don't warm up with it. Okay.
I'm sorry, that's got to be the worst advice. Not just in slap fighting history, but like in sports on the whole. Don't warm up. Just swing your arm with the torn muscle in it. You know, just like the doctor said not to do. These guys are really so lucky to have coaches like these to guide them.
Lorain, Ohio, it's a nice town.
Oh, so this is what he meant by being from the streets.
He has a 0 in his win column.
Ah, shoot, he's having trouble with numbers again.
I'm gonna dance on his blood.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm the one.
You know, I hate to bring it up, but you do know what happened to the last guy that said that, right?
Y'all are the 2s, but I'm the 1.
I'm the one.
So how many ones can you have?
5.
You know, looking at the tail of the tape, you'd think Dwayne would be in a lot of trouble. But the thing is, it leaves out the two most important factors. Who won the coin toss, and whether or not their slapping arm is hanging on by a thread.
Foul! Clubbing!
It really wouldn't be a slap fight without it.
Keep right? Keep right, for sure. Keep causing damage.
Expert game plan, or just common sense, you be the judge. Despite some humming and hawing, he elects not to use the arm that registered the highest on the slap scale at the combine. Hey, wait a minute. I have reason to believe there's at least one person out there who can top him.
My grandma slapped harder than that, and she ain't even alive.
We have a winner by unanimous decision. Red corner. Both of these guys having a bright future in power slap.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
Unfortunately, something came up in one of our routine health and safety screenings.
We got a medical report back, and you're not going to be medically cleared to compete.
I know this guy's been on the show a ton, but this has to be the first time they've bothered to mention that he's the matchmaker. But they still haven't bothered to mention why they need a matchmaker. I mean, there's like 20 guys. It seems a tad unnecessary.
Yeah. So it's just out of an overabundance of caution.
Overabundance of caution? Now there's a phrase that doesn't go well with Power Slap League. Lines like, Power Slap League, you weren't using those brains anyway. Or perhaps, Power Slap League, not as bad as dogfighting. Fit with the sport, just a bit better. But overabundance of caution, you ain't fooling anybody, guys.
Did everything right. You made weight. I know you were sacrificing, so appreciate it.
We really appreciate you taking this seriously because, as you know, no one else is.
I guess I gotta go home.
Bro, you guys ain't seen the last of me.
One loss and they kick Russell out, but that's exactly how we got into the house. Make up your mind, Dana.
I feel like I let my kids down. It's definitely an opportunity and a blessing still. Just how soon it ended this way.
You know, I really wonder what it is that they promise these guys, because they all seem to think that being involved in this nonsense is going to lead to fame and fortune. When in reality, it's probably more like straight to painkillers and Parkinson's.
Anthony Green versus Robert Trujillo.
Our next slap-off is between a guy who lost his exhibition match and another that we haven't even seen or heard from yet.
We know that this kid's got an MMA background. He's a tough kid, so we got him into the house as an alternate.
You could take one of the best fighters in the world. That heavy dude off the streets gets coin toss. He might beat the MMA dude.
Yep, we've been over it many times. It's a really, really stupid sport. Anthony goes for the handshake a little too early, but he commits to it. I like that. Never give up.
Nope, 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 nope.
Okay, that is so easily edited out. Like, why did they keep it in? Gotta fill airtime, I guess.
Where do I go?
Follow the camera. Follow the camera.
Thursday on that one of the guy on the left there, didn't he? They still have no idea where to go. Did he leave a trail of breadcrumbs or maybe arrows on the floor to help him out tonight?
Wow, their neck force is neck and neck. Neck and neck, neck force. Say it 5 times fast. Neck and neck, neck force. Neck and neck, neck force. Ooh, a nice fashion statement from the ref. I'm still not sure why they didn't just get one team to wear red, but the wristbands are pretty snazzy.
Oh, yeah!
So after all that, he just gets completely dummied. But on the bright side, at least he didn't have to sleep on that piss-soaked mattress.
Ooh, AJ, you're number 1!
Okay, look at how janky these names are stuck on. What did Dana do? Give Hasbulla a roll of tape and a trampoline?
I mean, he's never made weight in the 205 class.
None of this matters.
Jesus Gaspar improved his ranking.
One guy broke his hand and he's gone, and Jesus didn't break his hand, so up he goes.
That's why number 2 and slap.
Because anything else, you ain't good at.
False. This guy can get tanked and piss off an entire house full of unhinged psychopaths like nobody's business.
I've been saying I want you because I feel bad, dog. 6 years.
A whole boy in this bitch.
Oh wow, some more actual violence. I'm sure one of these guys is about to get the Mitchell psych treatment and be shown the door.
You'll be 3rd time the charm. Talked about it. How many strikes you got already?
Listen up, Azael. You get attacked by one more of your housemates and you're out of here, I swear to God.
He won the coin toss, so I'm gonna eat his.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
Feel his face, just start moving your hand where you need to.
Gary is just giving away the expert tips. Might want to start a master class.
If you're good at something, never do it for free. Step, step.
Good slaps!
Darius, your face says it all. And the Wolverines probably would as well if someone had bothered to keep it in the frame.
Good slap!
Yeah, that time he didn't step. You're right, that was good.
Man, it must be tough knowing so much more about slap fighting than everybody else.
My wrist actually pops now.
Power Slap League. Come for the arthritis, stay for the Alzheimer's.
After ranking Wesley as the number 1 middleweight initially, he's now lost 2 straight fights.
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
He decided to let them call home and check in with their loved ones. Some actually chose not to.
That's a weird choice.
It's Jesse versus John, and we're gonna have a great time.
You have one of the worst voices I've ever heard. Truthfully, you are a loser.
Well, we know he can't sing, but can he overcome a deficit of nearly 12,000 for reals?
You're right in my ear hole, yeah.
Yeah, I know, man.
No clubbing foul, though. I'll give you one guess why.
None of this matters.
Perhaps the most boring slap fight of them all. So, not exactly sure why they opted to go with this one last. I mean, even someone who likes watching this nonsense, if they exist, probably would have been let down.
We head toward the finish line, things are going to get even more exciting.
Well, Dana, I admire, but certainly don't share your optimism. Okay, there you go. Episodes 5 and 6 of Power Slap League, Road to the Title, are now dead and buried, and no one has to think about them ever again. And all it cost me was a functioning brain, not unlike those competing in this soon to no longer exist sport. Okay, if you like this video, there's this fancy new way to show it. Just press that like button that's down there somewhere, and Dana White will let you into the Power Slap house, no questions asked. Stay tuned for more of this slap fighting nonsense. but not much more. I promise we're almost done. I'm the J Shot. Thanks for watching. All the best.